I want to tell you about an ideology you've probably never heard of before. It's called Turanism, and it means a lot of different things in a lot of different places, but in Hungary, it's both a form of orientalism and nationalism. Basically, it's the belief that the Hungarian true identity is an Asian identity, and that they should return to their Eastern roots as opposed to being European. It has spawned conspiracy theories, ancient alien stuff, and even a couple cults with shamans. But to understand it, you've kind of got to understand what is Hungary. So the Hungarian language is unlike most European languages because 1100 years ago they were in Central Asia, being like nomads, horse lords, warlords, think sort of like Mongols or like Attila the Hungarian. They speak a Finno-Ugric language, which is very different from the Indo-European languages that surround them. Over the next millennium, Hungarians would become Europeanized and Christianized, but in the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries, there was a renewed interest in their Asian roots. Some figures I find very interesting ventured east to find the ancient origins of the Hungarian language. One includes Sándor Kőrösi Csoma, who went to Tibet thinking that the Hungarian people came from there. He did not find their origins, but he did convert to Buddhism. Today, he's known as the founder of Tibetology, the writer of the first Tibetan to English dictionary, and he was one of the first Westerners to be called a bodhisattva, but it was by Japan in the 1930s. And in the 1990s, the Dalai Lama inaugurated a memorial to him in his hometown in Hungary. Armin Vambry is a really interesting guy, too. He was a friend of Bram Stoker's and referenced in Dracula, but he first became famous by learning 20 languages, disguising himself as a dervish, and then venturing to parts of Central Asia where no European had been in a very long time. Again, to find the origins of the Hungarian language. But he was also a double, maybe even triple agent who was very likely at different times spying for England and Turkey and even his friend Theodor Herzl. He spent the last decades of his life arguing that Hungarian was not a Finno-Ugric language, but was part of the Turkic language family and related to a bunch of other languages too. And in the following 100 years, people really took his ideas and went crazy with it, claiming that Hungarian is related to Korean and Japanese, Sumerian, Mongolian, even Egyptian, Mayan, and the languages of Atlantis. And a whole weird movement of Hungarian Hotep shit was born.